Britain's Prime Minister David Cameron has agreed with Chinese Premier Li Keqiang to boost economic cooperation between the two countries. Cameron met with Li on Monday in Beijing. Li spoke of investment in Britain for infrastructure projects like a high-speed railway and nuclear plants. Cameron said he would encourage London's financial institutions and companies to use the Chinese yuan in transactions. The leaders also agreed to pool more than $300 million for joint technological research.
Despite growing unease within the Prime Minister's own Conservative Party about Britain's EU membership, he says deeper economic ties are a priority.
I believe it's time now also to look at a proper free trade agreement between the European Union and China. The free trade agreements that we have pioneered and signed have been a huge success, win-win situations, as you would say, and we believe there's an extraordinary opportunity for a win-win situation between the European Union and China.
But Cameron's push for an EU-China trade deal is likely to irritate the European Commission, which is understood to strongly oppose such a move on the grounds that it risks further flooding the bloc with cheap Chinese imports.
It seems that the Prime Minister's office is really trying to push this trip as a sign of positive relations between China and the UK, but there are issues floating in the background. For example, Downing Street has had to launch a protest with the Chinese authorities after a UK-based Bloomberg reporter was barred from attending a press availability yesterday with David Cameron and the Chinese Prime Minister Li Keqiang. There have been some issues between Bloomberg, which is a US-based news agency, after they published an article last year on the personal wealth of China's President Xi Jinping and his family. So that is one issue. And also there's been some questions in the Chinese state media as to whether David Cameron is really sincere in his attempts to reset the relationship with the Chinese. The op-ed was titled, "China Won't Fall for Cameron's Sincerity." They're saying the Cameron administration should acknowledge that the UK is not a big power in the eyes of the Chinese. So there's still some issues lurking in the background.